Well, my message during the COVID times is that this is just a start of the uncertain times that we look at. There would be volatility in different areas of our life. But how do we prepare ourselves? Do we cave in to the uncertainty that happens around? Or do we build a mental fortress which can sustain these changes, where we are rock solid to the changes and the impact which is happening around us? And this can only happen when we internalize our thoughts, when we get within our thoughts and try to understand of how we comprehend change, how do we comprehend the impact of something that happens in a society, in our environment, and so on. The world is plagued with multiple challenges. We have the challenge of climate change staring at us, which I see to be a much more dangerous impact on the world than what we have seen with the COVID pandemic. We were still able to control a lot of things during the COVID pandemic, but that might not be the case with the climate change that we are facing. And I think we need to draw attention towards that. What COVID has actually taught us that we can change our lifestyles, we can do things for the better, and I think we need to sustain that. We should not forget some of the habits, some of the good habits that we have learned during the COVID phase, because we need to get into a world which has to be sustainable, which has to be pleasant for all and not just for a few. And we need to constantly remind ourselves of these things, that happens, and we should bring that change for the good. I think literature and authors can make a huge impact by their work, by bringing these messages out to people in the open, and creating, and not just by books, creating multiple formats where people are able to understand and comprehend, because not everyone is a reader, and we need to understand that as an author we are also a change agent. We are also trying to bring a change in society, trying to bring a change in people by changing their attitudes, by changing their behaviors, by changing what they have been doing and what doesn't work for them. We create short videos, maybe we write small articles, we go out and speak with people, because not everyone might be able to read a book and understand the information or understand the point that we are trying to bring across. I think authors can step in and take that up as a challenge to bring that change out and about within the society and within people. And that has been my experience as well during writing. I say that I'm a writer second, but a change agent first. I am not a trained writer. I do not come from a writing experience, but the things happening around me, to start with my own personal trauma of facing anxiety for 3 years, I saw the need that change is required when I started reading, when I started researching on other authors, on papers, on information related to human psychology. When I started understanding these aspects, I wanted to bring this out to people, and I think writing was the best form, because one, it helped me to cope with my own issues. When I started writing, I had my thoughts diverted from the negative energies, and I was able to put that in a positive energy on paper. It was well received by people. People liked the idea what I was writing. They found it to be very relevant in the times that we are in, and that gave me the confidence to go ahead and write a holistic book on the topic. And I think that changed me a lot as a writer, which later made me realize that I need to not just focus on books, but bring this information out, be the change agent in multiple platforms, speak with people on different platforms. And because none of this has been played on media, the media will not showcase what will happen. There's a lot of information excess around us, and that information excess is creating a lot of fake information that we generally tend to believe, generally tend to buy. And how do we get out of all this? When I see fake information, I need to understand, I need to create that emotional intelligence to understand that there could be something more to this. This information could be wrong. I need not consume it or need not absorb it. What is the truth? How do I get to the truth? And how this truth will impact me or my people around me. That is very important to know in today's world, because we have very few people who talk about all this for varied reasons. It might not be a business model, it might not garner TRPs, but nevertheless, for our own good, we need to bring that change. We need to understand these dynamics, which I have tried to write in Shift Left, and fortunately, people are seeing that impact, and people are understanding the purpose behind the book. And that is what Shift Left is all about. Like I mentioned, it's a counterculture narrative. Today's the world that we are living in, the popular culture has made simple living one of the most difficult endeavors of our current times, because of too many conveniences around us, because of too much comfort around us. But does that comfort and convenience always culminate into happiness, is my point. And are we chasing the wrong things for happiness? If we are not able to fix our emotions immediately right now, or understand these emotions right now, we are entering a robotic age where everything will be controlled by artificial intelligence systems with machine learning. How do we build a system which stays above the artificial intelligence, where our thoughts are not manipulated by an external force, but it is still within our reach, it is still within our control? Therefore, I propose building and sharpening your emotional intelligence system, which is an inherent system which is built into us. But we need to sharpen it, we need to bring it out so that we are able to control it effectively, even as we enter into the robotic age. And that is the message behind the book that I have written.